have somebody who maybe just arrived here. Is that right? Would you mind telling us your name and where you're coming from and why you're coming? You know, what's happening?
Yeah, so my name is Julia and I came from Kovel, it's Volyn region, really near Poland. I'm studying German and English translation and intercultural communication. We came here just to escape from the war because, as you may know, due to Russian aggression, people here don't really feel safe, they feel anxious because there is shooting here, there is like a lot of military people here. So it's really unsafe to stay. So many people just escape to different countries, and as we live near Poland, we tried to spend some time here until the war comes to an end, or it will be more safe. Like in my region, it's relatively calm, but still we feel anxious. So for my mother and like I have a little brother, so for them it would be better just to live in a place where it's safe, and we left our father there because he's not allowed to cross the border, so we are trying to keep in touch and stay strong here.
Yes, it must have been difficult. How long did you take your journey across the border?
Overall, I guess 6 hours maybe, or 5 hours, because the procedure to cross the border is really made simple now. So there were like volunteers on the border, they gave us food and they were so nice. So it really didn't take long, thanks to God.
Yes. And let me ask you, when it comes to leaving home and your father behind, how is it with that? How are you keeping in touch?
We are using like social network sites. We try to call each other like as often as possible because he also feels anxious there. He has like ill mother there, so he can't also leave. So yeah, we try just to chat and to write each other like different things to cheer each other up.
What do you think? How long you will be here in Poland?
We don't really know. We really want to come back to Ukraine because like we love our country. We don't want to be stuck in this situation for long. But I think it will take us like from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, maybe. I hope.
Yes, yes. And when it comes to church itself in Ukraine, how is the church doing there during this time?
Our church is doing things like here. They have a place for poor people to come, for people who came from another regions to come. So the work there is really well organized because we really try to help each other. But many people from our church like left as well. So people who are there, they are trying their best to help.
Yes, Marek, do you have any questions? Maybe.
Yeah, what about our church in places there's a war with bombing and shooting like Kharkov and Lvov, not Lvov, Kiev?
I don't really know about the churches in that regions, but as I see from Instagram, people there also try to. Of course, they try to, because it's not possible to do something there because it's like constant shooting and bombs and sirens. But as far as I know, they really try to make a safe place for people who come there. But now, as I know, many people just leave that place. So I think it's really better to organize this work, to create shelters here. And as far as I know, in Lviv, people also have a well-organized like service. They like drive people to the border. They bring food there. So I think in the West region, church is working real well.
What could we do to help in this longer perspective? We hope it will be shorter perspective, but if weeks comes to 2 months, how we can organize, prepare, what we can do for our people in Ukraine?
I guess our like international church could like spread more awareness of this situation because people all around the world don't really know much, and they might still like mistake Ukraine as Russia as something like similar. So I guess our church doesn't really know much about that. And I guess we should not use just general phrases, but like we should make something like specific, like people from there, they came because there was that. I mean, there are also like our church in Russia as well. So I think even if it's dangerous, we could like make a better connection with them. And I guess when it comes to some support, people here are really doing well.
And let me just ask you for maybe maybe one of the last questions then. And where do you find hope in this really tough situation?
I try to find hope in Bible, of course. It may sound like obvious, but my emotions are not so stable. But in my mind, I just know that God will protect me. I try to read Bible. I try to keep in touch with my friends from church. I try to learn more about this issue, and I try to help as well. So I find hope when I see that I may be useful to help some people.
Is there maybe a verse, a Bible verse, or something that gives you hope in the moments that when it's very hard for you? Maybe to encourage somebody else.
Yeah, like there is my favorite verse from Bible. It's written in Philippians 4:4. It's find joy in God, and I say again, find joy in God, or something like that. It's really optimistic, and I know when Paul wrote this verse, he was in prison. So for me, it's like a hope wherever I'll be. I have to find joy in God in like at any circumstances, just to stay positive, stay optimistic. So yeah, this verse really cheers me up.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Marek.
Julia, right?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
17 years of
Yeah.
age.